Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Leadership Arena, a podcast that allows us space to explore the leadership practices and perspectives of people who are in the arena. An organization encompasses so many people serving in different roles, and all these moving parts come together to make things happen. It's really extraordinary to have so many people with a shared vision and belief. Our district, Walnut Valley Unified, is very fortunate to have the one and only Sam Sornoso with us today. Sam is one of the main people that we all have on speed dial. Sam, you have come to the rescue for so many people on the leadership team as we orchestrate our MOTF teams and keep our facilities in tip top shape. Today, we're going to delve into the ways that you keep a pulse on every single school site and explore the ways that you head your department. So, we really appreciate you being with us today. What part of your job is the most rewarding, and what part of your job presents the most challenges?
Well, thank you, Dr. Woodland. The most rewarding part of my job is finding solutions to problems or issues that come my way. Um, I think that keeping in mind what's best for best with the district, what's best for um, the students, the teachers, staff, and the community, and keeping that as our focal point, the solutions are kind of easier to solve. The most challenging part of my uh, job is finding these solutions within our budget. The budget is tight, and we have to do more with less. So
Mhm.
it's challenging having a limited budget.
You can feel free to ignore the budget when you're dealing with anything that I put on your list.
Okay, you got it.
You have a very positive rapport with everybody. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're talking about people on the grounds team to principals to the district office. Can you describe how you build relationships with people who you serve in so many different roles?
Um, I my philosophy is working below the green line. So keeping that in mind, I take the time to try to get to know my staff, personally. Um, and as far as like other people throughout the district, I try to do that too as well. Just taking time to get to know them, outside of what their issues are, and just kind of get to know them in a personal relation.
I think it really shows because everybody always says that you're their go to.
Mhm.
So you're doing it well.
Well, thank you.
In leadership, we are often tasked with those difficult conversations, the ones that take a lot of courage or that might be uncomfortable. What strategies do you use when you're engaging in conversations such as these, especially with your philosophy about below the green line?
So I ask myself before we have these conversations, what am I trying to achieve? What's the goal for this meeting? And then I begin the conversation with something positive, to start off, to try to ease it up a little bit, and then I be respectful. I'm honest. I'm truthful, and I try to be a good listener to. I know what my viewpoint is, but sometimes I need to go ahead and see what the other viewpoint is, and try to relate to what their issue is.
Mhm. I think that helps because so many of the people that you deal with have different roles and their perspective is so unique that I'm sure it's really appreciated that you take the time to learn that.
Yeah.
So the impact is wide.
Thank you.
With so many big projects to work on, like I know at Collegewood, we just finished a 14 classroom building and a new courtyard. I know Suzanne has stuff going on, South Point, Diamond Bar. There seems to be a lot of big projects going on throughout the district. What organizational strategies do you use to make sure you get to everything?
Well, I'm a list person, so I create lists, and then I prioritize, and then I delegate, and you delegate, to different team members. I can't do it all by myself, so that's very important to reach out to members of your team to help you support to uh, in accomplishing your goals. And then constant communication. You have to have constant communication with all these different projects, and we have weekly meetings, weekly construction meetings that we review every project that's going on in the district, and then we address any issues that arise from week to week.
It helps you keep the pulse on everything, I
It,
imagine,
yes, and there's issues that from one week to the next that arise, and we'll have to go and try to figure out a solution.
or day to day.
Day to day.
What three qualities are most important for a leader in your position to have?
I think three important qualities are flexibility, especially with this COVID-19. I think we all had to be flexible. We had different things happen, things change day to day, even hour by hour. It seemed like this whole last 19 months. And I think another important thing is to keep in mind is uh, being reliable. So people could depend on you. So if you have to have that trait to be reliable. If you're not reliable, people aren't gonna um, they're not gonna call on you,
Mhm.
to resolve any issues and or depend on you. And the last is being patient. 'Cause I think we all get bombarded with various calls throughout the day and various issues, and we have to just try to be relaxed and calm. And I think the best decision that we make is when we're not anxious or um, have a lot of anxiety.
Agree. That calmness gives us perspective. I think it helps us be more creative in our problem solving. I could
Mhm.
see where that's a really big asset that you bring to your team and to all of us. When we call you thinking it's the end of the world and you kind of remind us you've got it handled.
Well, thank you.
This podcast was created to highlight the leadership practices and beliefs, um, and it is rooted in my love for the speech by Teddy Roosevelt, Man in the Arena. What part of that speech most resonates with you and why?
The line that it says, "Because there is no effort without error and shortcomings." I think that resonates with me because it's the effort that counts. I think that we're in there, all of us as in a leadership team. We're all making that effort. I think we are going to have some shortcomings and we are going to have some errors. And I think that you just have to just keep on pursuing the goals of whatever uh, your team has. And I think at the very first one is it's not the critic who counts. I think that we all have critics outside of the arena. I think we all have critics. I think myself, I'm probably my worst critic, but I'm in the arena. But outside of the arena, we all have critics.
Mhm,
And I think that as part of the leadership team, I think um, we need to support each other because we all have critics that are outside of the arena.
mhm. That's a good point. The support from people in there with you, reminding you that you've got this, even if it doesn't look perfect or if we misstep. Yeah, that's a great thing to have on a team. Well, before we wrap up, we want to get to know you on a deeper level with five fast favorites for WVAA. Okay, no pressure. Are you ready to play?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask you five random things, and then you just tell me the first thing that comes to mind. All right. I know the first answer, I think, but
You, no, I think you're wrong.
oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, let's find out. What is your favorite snack?
It's actually peanut butter cup ice cream.
I was wrong. Peanut butter cup ice cream.
So
Okay.
here at work, it's M&Ms, but at home, it's peanut butter cup ice cream.
I like that differentiation of support you have. All right. Your favorite TV show?
It's on Hulu. It's Only Murders in the Building. So I enjoy that uh, program right now. As far as like one of the classic programs, it's The Twilight Zone.
Mm,
I can't get rid of The Twilight Zone.
all right. Favorite way to relax?
It's actually going on long drive with my wife. My wife and I have been together for many, many years.
What's your favorite? What is your favorite go-to song that always gets you moving?
It's actually Simple Man by Leonard Skinner, and it kind of keeps me grounded. Actually,
And your tip for staying cool under pressure?
last week when we did our leadership, we had made these bracelets, and my word is calm. And I think that we have to stay calm, like I mentioned before. I think you have to, in order to um, not be panicked, not get overwhelmed. You have to stay calm in order, I think, to make the best decisions.
I think that helps.
Yeah, I really do.
There's great power in the pause, right? Very
Yeah,
few decisions have to be made right in that moment. We have more time than we think to gain perspective and respond instead of react.
I agree.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the many ways that you make things happen here in our district. Thank you for daring greatly and encouraging other people to do the same. We will see you all in the arena.
Thank you.